In 2025, everything could be different if it's up to Garrett Nussmeier. Let's take a look at what's new at LSU. But first, if you want to learn more about carpentry step by step, there's a video for you in the description of this video. Garrett Nussmeier, the young quarterback who has already demonstrated his talent on the field, knows that the next few weeks and months will be decisive for the team's future. He's not just talking about individual numbers or personal statistics. For Nussmeier, the focus is on the collective, on what really matters, bringing a national championship to Baton Rouge. It's not a small goal, but it's also not something out of reach for a program like LSU. After all, we're talking about a team that breathes great achievements and lives to compete on the biggest stages. Nussmeier, who completed his first season as a starter in 2024, showed that he has the potential to lead this group. With 4,052 yards, 29 touchdowns, and a solid 64.2% completion percentage, he's proven he can be trusted under pressure. Sure, there have been learning moments. His 12 interceptions are a reminder that there's still room for growth. But Nussmeier isn't alone on this journey. He's backed by an experienced roster and a coaching staff that knows how to prepare a team for the toughest challenges. Nussmeier's statement about playing football in January is more than an aspiration. It's a promise. Getting there, however, will be a long and bumpy road. The college football playoff is no easy feat, especially in a landscape filled with storied programs like Alabama, Georgia, and Ohio State. But what sets LSU apart is its mindset. The Tigers know they have to constantly evolve, adjust their strategies, and work hard to outperform their opponents. And that starts now, during the offseason and spring training. An interesting decision made by head coach Brian Kelly was to cancel this year's spring game in favor of an open practice. This may seem like a minor detail to outsiders, but within the program, it makes perfect sense. Kelly explained that he wanted to make better use of the time available by giving his players more reps, especially the young players who are just starting to understand the system. In a sport where constant practice is essential, this change shows that the focus is on maximizing every minute of preparation. Additionally, Kelly stressed the importance of working on specific situations, such as the red zone and special teams, areas that are often overlooked in spring games. This kind of attention to detail is what separates good teams from great teams. And if LSU wants to make the college football playoff, these adjustments need to be made now. It's important to remember that despite a 9-4 record last season and a convincing win over Baylor in the Texas Bowl, the team feels like it hasn't reached its full potential. No one is satisfied with just 10 wins. The bar in Baton Rouge is higher. And with Brian Kelly at the helm, the goal is clear: national titles. That's what he was hired to do, and everyone in the program knows it's time to take the next step. Fan support will also be crucial. The passion of the LSU fan base is unmatched, and that energy can make all the difference when the team faces tough opponents. Nussmeier knows this and recognizes that the team's success depends not only on the players and coaches, but on the entire community behind the program. As the calendar turns toward next season, the Tigers are determined to show that they're ready to compete for the biggest prizes. Playing football in January means much more than just making an extra bowl. It means being among the best in the country, competing for a place in history. And with Garrett Nussmeier leading the charge and Brian Kelly steering the ship, LSU has all the tools it needs to make that ambition a reality. Now, all that's left to do is wait and see how this story unfolds. But one thing is for sure: the Tigers won't give up without a fight until the end. I want to see your opinion.